I'm still in Berlin, and I'm supposed to be meeting up with several individuals who are interested in starting a co-working facility here in Berlin. So we're supposed to be meeting at 11. It's right now 20 minutes past 11. And while I copied down the intersection where I'm supposed to meet them, I really don't know what's the bar that I should be at.
I am Travis J. Todd. I am 24. I work for part-time for the Robin Shepherd Group in Jacksonville, Florida, which is an advertising agency. And I am also here in Berlin attempting to run my internet startup, growvotes.org. And trying to get that going forward and just enjoying Europe.
Why start co-working in Berlin?
Well, for one, there's a lot of real estate that's just open, and in Berlin, what happened in Berlin was when the wall came down, everyone moved outside the city in suburban sprawl, much like they do in the United States. And now that there's this movement to kind of move back into the city, but it's coming very slowly, so there's all this empty office space, so it's really cheap. And plus it's a very artistic community, and there's a lot of young freelancers and artists who are kind of need that collaboration. And from working in an advertising agency, I know the value of having other creative people around you and being able to bounce ideas off of like-minded individuals. And I think co-working offers that ability to freelancers.
And what do you think about your relationship with Dave?
It's really wild. Like Dave said, my parents were clients of his when he ran his internet service provider in Annapolis. He probably gave me my first exposure to the internet, and it's just amazing that you could be in such a faraway place and run into somebody who, you know, is of the same vein and you know, has a history with you that you didn't even know about. In fact, about 2 weeks ago, I ran into the director of 2 plays that I was in college, and he was here in Berlin setting up a acting school. And it really, when they say the world is a small world, it really hits home. And as cheesy as it sounds, it's really true.
I'm David Troy, and I am from Annapolis, Maryland, and I am the creator of Twitter Vision and also PopVox distributed call center technology. I am working on some enhancements to the Twitter Vision concept, as well as some new ideas involving kind of social networking and voice communications.
What's your history of being on the internet, by the way?
I started an internet service provider in around 94, 95 called ToadNet in the Mid-Atlantic area, and then sold that in 2004. And so kind of been doing the internet thing in various forms for a long time.
And how has the internet changed your life?
Well, you know, I guess having a way to make a living that is meaningful in terms of, you know, it really does affect people's lives. You're connecting people, you're letting people get, you know, educated and connected to the rest of the world. There's no downsides to working in the internet world, as where, you know, there's a million other things in this world that do have real downsides. So I think it's very fulfilling. I think it's a really great way to make a living.
How do you see co-working fitting into your lifestyle?
Don't know yet. I work primarily, you know, at home. You know, I actually have a situation where we have 2 separate houses right next door to each other, and one of them I have my office in. So I work there primarily, but you know, I have friends that work nearby that work on similar stuff to what I do, so sometimes I go over and work at their place just to kind of collaborate with somebody on something. And you know, there is kind of the social aspect to work that I think we need to figure out a way to move forward with. So it's an interesting challenge, and maybe co-working is a way to make that work.
Well, do you have any other parting words?
No, I just think it's a really cool project that you're undertaking, in that it's putting a face on this social network that really the internet, you know, and that I think it's really important for as the internet evolves and we become kind of individuals on the internet, we become less and less engaged in actual life and meeting actual people. And I think that's going to be the real bridge between the internet and the real world, is getting you outside the box of your computer to actually meet up with the people, because I think historically that's kind of how humans operate, in that we're a tribal people and we need to band together and work together. I think putting a face on the whole social networking movement is a great idea.
So one of the things that I've been kind of fascinated with as I go around and talk to people, as you said, is we have these interactions with people, and we find out just kind of through coincidence that our lives are somehow or another connected. Like, Travis here used to be one of my customers and went to the same high school that my wife did, but we didn't know that until we sat down together here in Berlin. How weird is that? And I think an interesting area to explore is finding ways to discover things about people around you as you're out and about. So like, we could be sitting in a cafe and I could find out, kind of by way of devices or social networking software, who has things in common with me that are really meaningful that I didn't even know about, so that I could maybe walk up and say, hey, you went to the same high school that I did, or you like the same author that I do, or whatever, and kind of find ways to better publish information about ourselves. So I don't know. I think we're moving towards a world where that's possible. We're not quite there yet, but I think that your point is really good. We are all kind of intertwined and connected, and we just don't know it yet. We have to sometimes find ways to help us learn that.
So behind me is a church where activists rallied together in October of '89 to tear down the Berlin Wall. Well, that happened to be really, really amazing. So here I was expecting just to hang out with some freelancer from the United States who's interested in co-working, and ended up stumbling upon the guy who invented Twitter Vision. I couldn't thank Dave and Travis for any better opportunity to sit down for the 3 hours and to hang out and to chit-chat about everything that's going on within the social web technology sphere.